Hi, it's Coach Pete. Welcome to the December 2010 Peak Workout. Sorry about the distraction. I just finished 11 years in business and published my first book, and several people have been by the office. I've asked them to write a little graffiti on the wall. It's just outside of the camera shot, I think, but it says, share a highlight, an insight, an insult, or a result. And so I apologize for that little distraction back there, but I had so much fun with it, I want to leave it up for a while. I also want to thank you for all of the great feedback for the November video on gratitude. We obviously struck a nerve, and so many of you wrote me about that. So we all need to practice gratitude and not just do that in December or in November. So keep doing the practice of gratitude. If you remember, the peak workouts are built upon the idea from a 20-year research project that said that the people that were the very best at what they do practice a certain way, and it's called deliberate practice. So I want to acknowledge all of you that have been coming back to meet with your coach and making this a part of your deliberate practice. Let's go into the Peak Playbook and look for this month's practice, which is about a performance review. Now, when I talk about performance reviews in all the businesses that I work in, I can't believe the amount of discomfort. People just start to shake and shrivel up about the performance review. This is going to be a different kind of performance review. I've actually got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is your boss isn't going to be in this performance review. And we're not going to get to the part of the review where you decide if you get your annual bonus or your salary increase. The good news is the boss isn't going to be with us. The bad news for some of you is that you're your boss. The people that I work with understand that they are solely responsible for all of the results in their life. They don't wait for other people to tell them how they're doing. They are their own greatest critic. So we're really going to have you stop and do some reflection and really think about how you did in 2011. So here's the deliberate practice. I need for you to set aside 1 hour in the month of December, and I want you to get into a nice space where you can be comfortable, not distracted. And I'm also going to want you to journal, to write about these questions that I ask you. And the important thing about writing is that it provides you a way to go back later and look at your thinking. I can't believe how many times I go back to one of my journals and I see some really great insights that I've forgotten about, have kind of drifted away. So journaling's a really important part of reaching high levels of mastery and personal satisfaction. So I'd like to challenge you to set aside some time, get some paper, and write some thoughts to the following questions, okay? The first question is, how did I do this last year physically? And what I mean by that is eating, sleeping, exercising, taking care of the routine medical care. How did you do physically? Question number one. Second question is, how did I do with friends and family and fun? You know, there's another research project this year that brought out some startling facts about the people that have good friends and spend quality time with them and do some fun things live longer, healthier lives. Okay? So really stop and take some inventory. You don't have to have a lot of friends. You don't have to do a bunch of crazy stuff. But do you have some good friends that you're making a priority, spending time with, and having some fun? Next, how did I do in my work and career goals? How did I do in my business results? How did you do with what you said you could produce, the quality of what you could produce? Did you move things forward professionally this year? How did you do at that? And lastly, how did you do on your financial goals? If nothing else, hopefully this recent recession has reminded all of us that we should take good care of our finances, perhaps be a little more conservative, and save for a rainy day. So how did you do on your finances this year? As most of you know, I'm primarily a business coach, and I work with business leaders and teams of business people. But if you notice, the question started with your health, your fun, then your business and finances. I truly believe business results start with how you take care of yourself physically, how much fun you're having, the people you're hanging around with, because if those things are taken care of, you're going to be in better shape mentally, physically, emotionally to do what you need to do in your business. So take some time, answer those questions, journal, and let all of those answers settle in, and we'll be returning in January to set your plan in place for 2011. I really want to thank you again for watching the workouts this month. And as always, if you find them meaningful, if you find them valuable, please send them on to one or two of your friends that might join us in this monthly practice. And lastly, I'd like to thank my producer, director, partner, William Walsh. Come out here and have a hug with your dad. Let's say congratulations. We got 10 videos done this year. We've got some good things planned for next year. And all of you have a great December. Don't have too much fun. Join us again in 2011. And we want to help you make 2011 be your best year yet. Thank you very much for being with us, and have a great December.